One thing that has always interested me is how Game Boy games would look if they were meant for the Game Boy Color. You could insert a Game Boy game into the Game Boy Color, and it adds some color to it, but it doesn't look that great, and some games look better than others. Well, that's why the fans take it even further. Similar to Super Mario Land 2 DX, someone by the name of Toruzz created a hack for Super Mario Land, which has just had its 30th anniversary a couple of weeks ago. So before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe button to see future videos on the channel, and let's review and compare Super Mario Land DX. So the first thing we're going to be taking a look at are the sprite differences. Because this ROM hack isn't just adding color, but the sprites are also changed to look more detailed, which makes the game overall look more like a Game Boy Color game than a Game Boy because of the limitations. Mario's sprite is definitely a very good improvement, as it looks like the Donkey Kong 94 sprite from the Game Boy, and it even looks like the Super Mario Land 2 sprite, so that's definitely a good change. Even though the physics haven't changed, it somewhat feels better because of the larger sprite. You feel like you have more control of Mario now. The ground has been also retextured, and the HUD at the top has also been blackened to make it stand out so it's easier to see. The enemies have been significantly improved to look more in line with the graphics and design we're used to seeing in a modern Mario game. Such as the Goombas being more detailed and actually having a better looking sprite to the NES one, so it's definitely better. Also, the developer really looked at the source material. You can tell because of the Koopas, as they are not green. In fact, they aren't Koopas at all. They're called Nokobone, and these actually blow up once you jump on them. So, because of this thing, they looked at the manual, and they saw that's actually a Nokobone and it should be colored black as the shell. So small attention to detail can make a big difference. Also, the way that Daisy looks is also modern because Daisy has evolved as a character, so they put that kind of sprite in the game as well, which looks a lot better also. The mushrooms and other items have also been changed too. Like, for example, another thing I can think of is that they put logs instead of just lines that they had in the original game for the Muda Kingdom. When you have the invincibility star, you'll actually change colors instead of flashing. So that's also a really good change as well. With the Game Boy Color editions, all the levels look very colorful and have new added detail to make them look more colorful. One thing you'll notice specifically is how different shades and gradients are used. For example, the title screen, you can see the ground, that looks very nice. And also another thing, the pyramids have also been having kind of two different shades to kind of signify that it has like more depth to it, so that's also a really good change, and that's good attention to detail because it makes the atmosphere feel way nicer. And also, speaking of atmosphere, you'll also notice that the backgrounds are also shaded different colors, because you'll notice that on one of the levels, it has kind of a sunset look, so that's definitely good instead of just keeping all the levels just a blue sky. Another change that is also really awesome is the fact that the background to some of the bonus areas in the level have a black background like the original Super Mario Bros. That also gives it atmosphere as well. And I also like the Donkey Kong reference as well with the bonus life minigame. So to download it, what you're going to do is head down to the description, and there's going to be a link that brings you to romhacking.net where the ROM hack is hosted. Now what you're going to do is just download it, and also you want to download Lunar IPS, which is a patcher. So you're going to take your original ROM, which has to be Super Mario Land, and it has to have brackets world. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to find the location of the patch file. So you're just going to look for it, and then you're going to find the location of the ROM. So you're just going to patch it on top like that. And then you're going to save the file as something of your choice. It should be exactly the same on Windows, it's just a Mac version. And just like that, it's easy to patch. From there, you can put it on, say you have a flash card, you can put it on any emulator. So definitely check it out. And that's about it for the video. I hope you did enjoy it. I would love to see more Game Boy games turned into Game Boy Color games in the future, so hopefully we do see that. And again, a special thanks to Toruzz for creating such an amazing ROM hack. He also worked on Super Mario Land 2DX, so hopefully he can create Super Mario Land 3 in the future. I would love to see that too. So if you guys would like to see me review Super Mario Land 2DX, make sure to leave a comment or leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to see future videos every week on the channel. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.